Welcome to the BenitoLink 2020 Election Forum video series. My name is Ana De Castro, and I will be moderating for the Hollister School District Forum. And today I am here with Trustee Area candidates Leonard Espinoza and incumbent Elizabeth Martinez, and Trustee Area 4 candidates incumbent Robert Bernosky and Lisa Marks. We're going to go ahead and get started with the introductions. Mr. Bernosky, if you could begin. You have 45 seconds for your introduction.
Hi, thank you very much, BenitoLink, for having this forum. And if it's one thing I want to leave the viewers of this with is, I believe that I am the one candidate and the one sitting trustee that consistently and undeniably votes for the children. I put the students first. I am doing what I do for them. I have no other agenda except to better the education for the K through 8 students in San Benito County. I'm a chief financial officer by career. I have a long service record, and I sincerely hope that you will look at this and vote for me.
Yes, hello, I'm Leonard J.T. Espinoza. I am running for Hollister School Board, Trustee Area 2, 41 years old, born and raised in Hollister. Work for San Benito County Office of Education. Previously had a job where I served the Hollister School District. I had the opportunity to work with 3-year-olds all the way to 22-year-olds. I've seen a lot of the different programs, worked with a lot of the different teachers, classified, heard their concerns and needs. And I think I would be a very good candidate and a good voice for this district. If you get me in position and vote for me, I will bring those concerns and needs to the table. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lisa Marks, and I'm running for Area 4 trustee. I made Hollister my home in 2001 when my husband and our 3 children moved here from Silicon Valley. We were looking for a rural small town atmosphere and still a great educational system, and we found both of those. And 2 of my 3 children were Hollister School District students. I've always loved education, and I love learning, and I love kids. So it's been a passion of mine to think about being a school board member, but I was busy raising my children. And now I'm in a position to become a voice, I hope, for not only the people in my area, but also the staff, the teachers, and, you know.
Thank you, Ms. Marks, for your introduction.
Good evening. I want to first thank San Benito, BenitoLink for hosting this forum and giving our community the opportunity to put a face to the name. I am running for the Hollister School District, District 2. I will complete my 8th year on the board this December. I feel I am well versed on all aspects of the district and work diligently to listen to all of our stakeholders before making any of my decisions. My personal connection is what drives me to do the very best for our district. I have 24 years of experience working in education, 5 for the Hollister School District and 19 for San Benito High School. I've been a resident for 50 years of Hollister, and I will continue to do my very best for this district. Thank you.
So it's a great question for someone like me because, look, I have no agenda at all, and I am pretty well known for saying what needs to be unsaid. So by way of example, in the Hollister School District, you know, we have hired people that are dangerous to both the students and the staff. And for years, they worked for us. And when I find out about these things, I become very vocal internally, and I do what I can to get those bad actors out of the system. And I must say I've been very effective doing so. You know, the school district finances are extremely complex. And fortunately, I'm a CFO, and I deal with complex financial situations. And I was able to highlight how the county of San Benito was not remitting developer fees to us. So what did I do? I took it upon myself to have the administration take a look at it long and hard. Unfortunately, we had to end up in litigation with the county of San Benito, and which was you know, bad for our community on one level, but on the other hand, we got a lot of money that was otherwise not entitled to us.
Thank you, Mr. Bernosky.
Well, one thing I want to do is be transparent with the public. I have a good relationship with not only the students, but the parents in the district that I am running for. So I want to be that voice, that unheard voice, and get their concerns. And whatever I hear going on in the board, remember, if I feel like the public needs to hear about it, I will be transparent with it, and I'll bring it up to their attention and see what their concerns are about it, and then we can go from there.
Well, for me, it would be a matter of safety and public safety. So if there's a situation that comes to light where the public not being informed could be detrimental, I would of course want to make sure that that was transparent. I think transparency is important. I think there's a way we can communicate even hard things when necessary, but in the best interest, and it builds trust with the public.
Well, for me, in the last 8 years, there's been a lot, as Rob has indicated, and it is our due diligence as board members to always be as transparent as possible, unless it's a confidential matter that we cannot publicly and openly discuss due to litigation. But pretty much everything that hits our level should be something that the community is aware of. We represent them at this level. So to me, it should be special ed. It should be anything that brings a concern. COVID, it just about anything and everything should be that we address should be in the public's eye at all times. There shouldn't be anything that we are doing behind closed doors that people aren't aware of. It degrades the trust that you try to establish with your staff and your community. So I think it's important to always be transparent in every matter possible.
Distance learning is not going to work for all students. What is your plan for students who are falling behind?
I have a student, a second grader right now, and it's very challenging for him to stay focused and have the attention span to be on the computer. I think these challenges are individualized through our students, and it's hard to come up with a one overall solution for every student. So I think it's the plan would be, if it gets to our level, is that we need to talk to the principals and stuff and go along with the teachers and stuff and see what the problem is within the individual student. Other than that, it's individualized. I say it's individualized when it comes to the student's performance, and it falls back on their teacher and supporting the teacher in any way we can.
I think I agree with Mr. Espinoza that it needs to be addressed individually with a team, from the teacher to the staff to like the principal and the parents, of course, trying to work and see what end arounds we could do to provide aid, and also maybe a different way of learning. And then ultimately, as we get better with opening it with COVID, maybe we have small cohorts of children who can get together and work in a classroom. I think SPED that could work for, and maybe is even already happening. But we need to be able to be open to opportunities and working for those opportunities so that the kids can get the help that they need so we don't lose them.
Listen, I am a unique individual in the fact that I will be the one that says distance learning is not working for a majority of the students. And if you pay attention to our school board meetings, I'm very vocal about that. Last night, we had a vote to keep our schools closed until January 3rd. I was the sole dissenter to that. And in my opinion, those students who are willing to be in the classroom should be taught by those teachers that are willing to teach in the live classroom. Our kids today are not getting any type of education that will be beneficial to them. And I intend to put intense pressure on our administration to at least get some of our students back in school where they want to be and where they are going to learn the most. Again, I'm that unique trustee that is not afraid to speak up about this very important issue.
I think I see that firsthand working at the high school. So it is very clear long distance learning is not ideal. It can never take the place of traditional person-to-person instruction. I know that. And believe me, we all want our kids back at school. But when I'm entrusted to ensure their safety, I can't jeopardize not a single person. Whether it's a child or a staff member. If I can't guarantee their safety being on campus, I would never, ever, on my watch, ever want to do that to anyone. And so, yes, they are suffering, and I know that, and I hear it from our parents, and I see it in our students, but there's gotta be, for the time being, we gotta find other ways of reaching our kids and helping them, whether it's us coming to them and meeting them at home, doing home visits, wellness checks, after school things for them to be a part of, but, you know, doing our best.
I think that the school to prison pipeline is a problem for sure. I think that we need to not make it so punitive all the time that suspensions can be used too frequently, and that a message gets sent to certain children that they're just never going to succeed. I think that it does provide more on the teacher and maybe even the staff to work with the student to find ways for behavior modification and keep them in the classroom and keep them part of the group and let them find a way that they can shine so that they see positive in their education. And I think that's the way we might be able to turn around that, and that it's tied to socioeconomics. That probably, I don't even know how to do that. For me, it would be about the child and not necessarily the socioeconomics.
I was actually a part, I attended that presentation offered to us by the County Office of Ed. The presenter, to say the least, was very impactful to all of us that were present at that presentation. And I think it opened our eyes to see the statistics and see what was happening. And again, those are topics that we'd rather not discuss openly, but they need to be discussed. Our kids, if we truly mean to make a difference, we have to start looking at things like that and talking about those things that truly impact our children, all of our children. Everyone deserves the best education possible. They are they grow up in environments that are out of our control. What we control is what we can do for them while they're in school, and providing the best environment for their learning for all kids. Bringing in programs that assist with that is our mission, and that's what I'm going to keep fighting for.
So we are tackling this issue head on in the Hollister School District. Recently, we voted to stop our school resource program, which is putting police officers in the schools, and we are hiring social workers to get in there and get to those kids and to help us figure out how we can meet their needs better, and perhaps to coach the kids on how they might be better students. I strongly believe in our superintendent, who we hired last year, who really instilled this one thing in me, and that is discipline problems occur when academic needs are not being met. So to that end, again, I am very adamant that the purpose of a school district is to have student achievement occur. And by the way, that's academic student achievement. So I think we're heading the issue head on, and we're doing whatever we can to stop that school to prison pipeline.
This question hits me personally. I went to the Hollister School District. I did the whole program. I went to Santa Ana Opportunity, graduated from San Andreas, ended up getting an AA, ended up getting a BA in Child and Human Development. I know the route that these students go through. I was fortunate enough to get more stuff added in my backpack so I can become a positive community member. I know environment is a big plus. That's why I want to become a board member, because I feel that in my district, our environment, if it gets beautified, the children will engage better and love their environment and go to school and want to be at school. I believe that the policies that we have in place need to be changed. I know it starts from preschool. These little childs get labeled because of behaviors, and then that label follows them all the way up through elementary and to middle school and to high school, and they don't even get a chance or opportunity to become the students that need to become and use their full potential. I honestly feel that the board, I was happy to hear Mr. Bernosky say that they're working on this intensively, and I feel like if I get in position, I will have insight and knowledge about these situations, and I can give some insight about this. Thank you.
Thank you, BenitoLink, for giving us that opportunity to share our thoughts with our community. I just want to share that for Calaveras, we are going to be moving with putting in a multi and a gym by May of 2022. And this would be done with the bond reimbursements. So I want to guarantee our community that that is coming, as well as other improvements that are very needed to Calaveras and our Hardin. Thank you, and I appreciate your vote for Area 2.
So I have a platform that I stick by, and that is, as long as I am a school board member, every student will have a great education, every student will be safe, and we will be a good steward of taxpayer money. I think through my actions and my votes, I've demonstrated that I'm sticking to that and I am delivering. So I've already, I emphasize student achievement, I've kept those students safe, and I've gotten a lot of money recovered for the school district that it did not otherwise have. So I would appreciate your vote for Trustee Area 4. Thank you.
I'm asking for your vote so we can get a voice, finally have a voice for the district that I'm running for. I'm happy to hear that Calaveras is getting a new gymnasium. We've been pushing for that for several years. My kids have scars on their knees to this day because of the blacktop that's been there since I was a student. We do need upgrades. That's why the beautification of the school will get more students to want to be more welcome. It'll help our community out. And I humbly ask for your vote so we will have a voice. Thank you.
Well, thank you, BenitoLink, for having us here and giving us an opportunity for our areas to get to know us. I'm very passionate about education. I love kids. I want our children to love going to school. I think that I know that if I'm part of the team, I will work hard to make sure that we're working for our students, the staff, and our constituents, and I would be a great listener, and I will make sure your voice is heard.